A Vancouver flight attendant whose holiday with her toddler was ruined by the WestJet outage this weekend wants answers. And as CTV's Shannon Patterson shows us, as someone who works in the airline industry, she can't understand how so many passengers were left stranded.
So where does the airplane fly?
Tamara Christie is a flight attendant and couldn't wait to take her almost 2-year-old son Josh on his very first plane ride.
His godmom just bought us a flight to go to Palm Springs with some friends and family, and yeah, so we were excited.
Christie, her son, and 2 friends arrived at YVR Sunday morning for their WestJet flight to Palm Springs.
We went back in the app to get the boarding passes, and then that's where there was a notification that the flight had been canceled. And at this point, it was less than an hour before boarding.
After waiting at YVR for 6 hours, Christie was told she'd be sent details of a rescue flight leaving the following morning. When no email came, she waited another 9 hours on hold for WestJet customer service.
That's when we found out that, in fact, they had never had this rescue flight that they had told us about was never a thing. The only flight they could get us on was on Thursday, and our flight home from our vacation was on Friday. So that wasn't going to work for us.
In a statement, WestJet apologized for the 220 flight cancellations from Saturday to Monday, calling it an extraordinary event, quote, related to a service outage due to a cooling issue in our primary data center that came back online Saturday evening.
It doesn't make sense. Not one part of it makes sense.
If the system was back working the night before her flight, Christie doesn't understand why it was canceled an hour before takeoff with no warning.
I know how unpredictable air travel can be. I'm not naive about that. Unfortunately, there was zero transparency, and there was just no tangible reason as to why this had happened. Show me what I'm missing. Hi, everybody.
At huge expense, Christie's 2 friends drove to Seattle Airport, flew to Los Angeles, and then rented a car to get to Palm Springs.
It was just something that we just couldn't do with him. It was just too many variables with car rides and airplanes.
So her son, who loves playing with toy planes, will have to wait to take his first flight.
So it just makes me sad that we're missing out on this.
Shannon Patterson, CTV News, Vancouver.